Good morning. I'm not rambling in a hot tub today because I'm putting up Christmas lights. And I'm still in the running for the low production quality award for all my YouTube videos. So today I've added constant change in blurriness by moving in and out and having my camera focus. And also I've got these like a glare from the lights on my white traditional Christmas tree. I love this tree. Today I'm going to tell you about why I think I can't find a job and why most people who've been out of work for a long time can't find a job. I've been out of work for over 8.5 years. I've been a stay-at-home dad, and this was voluntary. Despite my resume and experience and my network, here's what I think. I think now that hiring managers have three priorities. The first priority is zero opportunity cost. The second priority is immediate contribution of value. And the third priority is talent, soft skills, education, and motivation and experience. So you can throw that in there as well. This is, what do I say here? Things have changed in the market. It used to be decades ago now at this point that you could stay with a company for 20, 30 years. So taking on a new employee and giving them 6 to 12 months to bring them into the fold was worth the penny, was worth the opportunity cost. But now the life cycle of an employee is like 2 to 3 years and then people move on. I would love to stay with one company for 20 to 30 years and move around from position to position. I think there's great value in that because you gain institutional knowledge when you stay with one company. If you just move from one company to another, you're just a cog in a machine. And yeah, great for you. You've made all this money. But what have you learned about an organization and a market in depth? I guess you could learn a market in depth or an industry in depth. But I like people, and I want to go to work at work with people. It's nice to work remote when I don't have meetings to go to or things to be on the floor for. If I could work once or twice a week on stuff at home uninterrupted. Because I'm motivated like that. I can work at home and not be distracted and lose focus from things. Anyway, back to my 3 points. First point, what hiring managers don't want is opportunity cost. And when you hire somebody like me, even if you brought me into the perfect job that I had before or something, I don't know the organization. I don't know the people. I don't know the business anymore. I don't know their systems. It's going to be a long time before I start contributing a great amount of value. And so this is number one thing that hiring managers don't want. They don't want to hire somebody and then have them not contributing to the bottom line. And this is number two is the number two priority of a hiring manager is immediate contribution of value, which is why an internal candidate is preferred. This is somebody who probably already has the same network as the role they're going into. They're probably already doing that job, or at least know the work involved. So internal candidates are preferred. And I want to work for a company that prefers internal candidates. That's great for a company to move people around. It shows the employee that the employee feels appreciated, and it is a way of showing appreciation for the employee, but everything is a decision for the business. You don't get hired or promoted because you're a swell guy. You get hired or promoted because you have the company sees, or the organization, I mean, it could be a nonprofit, right? The organization sees that you have value to contribute. So it's not a favor to you. It's not an appreciation directly to show you appreciation for what you've done. There's a need, and you fulfill the need, so they promote you internally. But it's cool that a company has that, because some companies would prefer an external candidate, or they still look externally. And I think for how many interviews? I had 4 interviews in the last year, 2 with 2 companies for 2 different jobs at each company. And one of these jobs was literally the job I did before. Actually, both the jobs were a combination, would have been together, the job I was doing before. before I left Maryland. And I think that it must have been an internal candidate. Not because I didn't get the job and I'm perfect for the fit, but I was speaking to a recruiter and he told me the one thing that is going to get you is internal. Fake jobs, he said. And I said, fake jobs? He says, yeah, internal postings. They already know who's going to. Oh, yeah, because I've had 2 of those jobs when I worked in academia, when I moved from one lab to another. The job was given to me, promised to me, but there's no such thing as a job that's promised. Here's a little digression for you. You don't have the job until you get that first paycheck. In any case, I had 2 of those jobs. The posts were open. They were looking for somebody, or I think in one case they were looking for somebody, in another it was somebody knew somebody. So they said, oh, you're moving here, you can work there. I know the guy. And so I had to wait around while those hiring managers conducted the interview process, and then finally got through their mandatory 5 interviews, and then they finally hired me. So I had to wait around for a couple months to get both of those jobs. So yeah, there are fake jobs, and I've been on both sides of this. I'm pretty sure I've been on the outside of that. That's what I think happened, just because, just by feel of the company, and when I was on site and talking to people and looking around, it just seemed like this is the kind of organization where they're going to look at external candidates just because that's like an HR policy or something. But, and that's good, hire internally. Anyway, on to my third point. That the third priority, clearly a hiring manager wants somebody with talent, soft skills, education, motivation, and definitely experience. I just think that there's an awful lot of lip service being given to the third thing about how we want this for our company. But no, what hiring managers want is 0 opportunity cost. They don't want to hire somebody and then lose while the person is fitting and training, etc. This is my insight on why I think I haven't gotten a job yet. So there you go. Maybe you have the same problem. And housewives have been experiencing this problem for decades, right? So I'm the FOMMY, as my dad calls the father mommy, taking care of kids. It's given me great management and leadership experience, though. I don't think that hiring managers look at it like this. But if you've ever stayed home with children for an extended period of time, I mean more than a weekend, than when your wife went away and you had to take care of kids for months or years on end, you learn to negotiate and to influence little children. And if you can deal with kids, you can certainly deal with rational adults whose work is defined, who understand what they're there to do. So don't discount me because I've been at home for this long, because I've gained a lot of management and leadership experience with humans. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. My low production quality rant in front of the white Christmas tree. Happy Thanksgiving belated, by the way. Signing off.